This is the what, fifth? Is it fifth year? We missed 1 year. 2019 was a rough year. We lost a few souls, with COVID and all that stuff. Um, so we have to give thanks that we're here. And there's tons of stuff going on in the world. And we're so happy that we could gather here right now to be together and to have some fun. But the whole thing about One Vibe is so that we can remind each other not to forget those who are not in a position we are right now to get together and have fun. There are people out there who are still suffering, who are still up against the ropes, who are still facing serious situations. And we cannot afford to forget those people. So part of One Vibe is to remind us that we have to look out for those who need help if we can. Okay? So that's the message of One Vibe. It started as an idea. I wanted to play, and I figured, you know what, man, if I get a couple people together, we'll make a little noise here and there, and then this little idea grew into what I know called a movement. Because what I'm asking everybody here to do, if we're gonna send positive vibe, just let's not keep it here, but send it out to the world. Therefore, wherever you go, if you meet somebody who's here, it's just one vibe. And it's positive energy. So that's what we are trying to do. So let us start thinking about being a little more tolerant. Let us start thinking about being a little more understanding and compassionate and all the good things. Not be so judgmental. You understand? It is not just about us in the world, but it's everybody. And this is One Vibe. You notice the world. It's all of us. We need to look out for each other. That's what One Vibe is all about. So, as we have fun, as I said, let us not forget what we are about and be proactive. Get out there. Just don't sit back. Meet somebody. Talk to somebody. Look out for somebody. We have people from Guyana. Let me hear you. Guyana, let me hear you. Oh, all right. Trinidad, let me hear you. St. Lucia, let me hear you. America, let me hear you. I can go on and on and on. Jamaicans, let me hear you. So it is world vibe. It's world vibration. I need everybody to play a part. If somebody come up to you and, it's a little nonsense thing and whatever, overlook it. Think about it. Find a way to make the situation better. That's what this is all about. I'm not going to take credit for everything because there are people who helped me, even though I might have built the stage pretty much by myself and a lot of stuff by myself. But there's a team of people who come together to make it work. I know I'm asking in return for you guys to go out there and be, go and do something to extend this and push this vibe all the way as far as where it can go. Afghanistan, Pakistan, wherever, right? That's what it's all about. I would just like to take a few minutes to thank some folks who really dig in to make this happen. And the music will start in a few minutes. There's a reason why we are taking a little delay, because we have a wicked light show and we can't really make you not get that. You understand? So, yes, first I would like to thank Peppers, who always come through. For those who were here earlier, the veg patties and all that stuff that we have. He's right over in Copaco. Yeah, Peppers, right? I have to thank my friends from down the corner there, bartender, Mr. Elder and the crew, always here every year to help make this happen, right? I know I'm gonna miss some folks, but guess what? Don't hold it against me, right? I haven't slept in years trying to make this happen. Literally, I fell asleep at 5 o'clock with my bass around my neck downstairs. So, if I miss someone, Don't hold against me. The New York crew, Ro, I don't know if he's here yet. That's my brother. He does the catering. And trust me, he had Simone, stand up for daddy. Come on, Simone, man. Stand up for daddy. That's Simone. Right back Simone too. No, listen. He had a catering to do for like 400 odd people. I said, "Oh, we can't do this, man. That's too much stress." He said, "OC, don't worry about it. We're gonna do this." He's not here yet because he had to go take care of that. So he's taking care of business. Stayed up maybe all night, didn't sleep to make this happen. Love him, love him, love him. Always here for me, just like I'm there for him. That's how we roll. You understand me? That's how we roll. So I gotta big him up. Brother P, can't do without you. Brother P, make sure that we have a nice drum set, nicer than the one I have. I'm gonna play for you tonight. And he had no problem bringing it up from New York to bring it, right? He also transport the food and stuff. All the New York posse who's up there helping. Big up yourself, okay? Thank you very much, thank you very much. My neighbor, couldn't do without him, Ron. Wherever you are, brother, thank you. To Julie, and Julie's my wife, 30 years.
Yep. Whoop.
Last was June 27, 30 years. She allowed me to be me, and I have to respect her for that. And she, when I'm out here like a crazy man, in the sun or in the rain, if I want a screw, she jump in her car and she go to Home Depot and get it. So I have to big her up for that. So I could not do this. I could not do this alone. She's right up there. I could not do this alone. We are in this together. And when I said, man, you know what, I can't do this anymore, she said, oh, that's gonna be so bad. Look at the nice stage. You know, so here we are. But if the vibe remains strong, and what One Vibe is all about, I think we can't let that be lost at all. So somebody got to bring the torch. Somebody has to carry that message. There's people out there who need to hear that somebody's going to look out for them. You understand me? So, as we have fun, as I said, let us not forget those folks. We are going to start to play, before I go any further. For those, I know you can't probably see, but there's a guitar right up here. That guitar belongs to a friend of mine. The family's here right now. I have to do this every year because he's part of One Vibe and I can't stop crying. We lost Terry a few years ago. Phenomenal guitar player. He was one of the guys, along with the bass player from Jamaica, that played with Elements Band. When I hooked up and I wanted to be a musician so badly, I was teaching school and I wanted to be a musician so badly, I used to take off from school to go in the band room and sit down with them. You understand? And when I figured that the principal is going to quarrel, I go to Dr. Robotham and say, give me a doctor's certificate. Right? But he was one of the guys that helped me to move on and to go on a ship. I learned a lot from him. Phenomenal, phenomenal guitar player. He will always be on the stage. He's part of why we do One Vibe. And I cannot do One Vibe without mentioning Ter, because he's always downstairs. Every day I go in my studio, that's the first picture I look at. So, big up Carla, big up Ter, big up the family. Much respect, much respect. There's another gentleman that I have to call out right now that if it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't be in Connecticut. And that's Mark. Mark Reed and I, we went to Sam Sharp Teachers College. He was a year ahead of me in Jamaica. And I walked in and I saw him come out of his room. I think he have on the same glasses we have on right now, the dark glasses. So he looked at me and said, "What happened, freshman?" So we, because of music, we struck up You know, strike up a nice little thing. And because of him, I came to Connecticut and here. So he is also a part of the journey. And I respect him for that, boss man. Much respect. See? So yeah, we're gonna play a couple tunes right now and do some things. So give us 3.5 Jamaican minutes. All right? So thank you again for coming out. Thank you, thank you. Let us let this grow, but don't let us keep it within ourselves. Let us expand. Let us push it out there. Each one, just keep pushing it. Tell somebody you care about them, man. Send the vibe to Africa. Send the vibe to Ukraine. Right now, there are people suffering. Send the vibe to everywhere you think, where there are wars, stupid wars, and all this, some people are suffering. We have to do that. Okay? That's what One Vibe is all about. Much respect.